Gotham City's favorite crime fighter is transformed into a stoic samurai perched high upon a Japanese township. Hi, I'm Gina, and this is my full review of the Samurai Batman by XM Studios. Now, this is a quarter-scale co-cast porcelain statue that reinvents the Cape Crusader using a modern Japanese motif. And with the overabundance of Batman statues in the market, this piece breathes new life in a character that's been long ago overexposed. Now, XM Studio has packed in some pretty cool bells and whistles with the statue. And this video will cover it all, from background information to the portraits, the body, the base, and then I'll conclude with my final thoughts. So with the bright lights on and the cameras rolling, let's get started. Produced in 2016, the Samurai Batman is XM Studios' first statue in their DC comic line. It stands approximately 24 inches high, and from the hand to the tip of the cape, it's approximately 18 inches wide. The base, I would say, is approximately 14 inches deep. Now, like all good statues, this piece tells a story. And we're all aware of the legend of Batman, but the story here is quite unique. It appears that Bruce Wayne has taken his brand of justice to the Far East. He's assembled a new batsuit, outfitted with samurai weapons and armor, all to help him assimilate to the new Japanese culture that he now finds himself in. Now, this is probably my favorite aspect of the Samurai Batman. It's this imagery. But the statue extends far beyond the samurai theme. XM Studios has included a vast array of switch-out accessories, from multiple breastplates, shoulder armor, and there's even a red Batman Enraged extras. Now, of the countless display options, this is my favorite setup. It's Bruce Wayne wearing the samurai helmet, holding the two samurai swords. Now, I do want to point out that the magnets on all of the accessories are extremely strong. It's something that we've come to expect from XM pieces. And also, all of the weapons are made of real metal. And finally, the statue can be displayed with either the cape on or off. So with this being my favorite setup, I'll probably have him looking like this for the most of my video. While many quarter-scale statues offer perhaps one alternative portrait, with the Samurai Batman, we're given 5 switch-out portraits. Now, this number is more than plenty, but what I find even more notable is how distinctive each portrait is from one another. There's a delicate change to the statue, depending on what portrait you decide to display him with. And they range from samurai to modern Batman to enraged Batman. And in regards to the paint application, in my opinion, the lines are spot on and flawless. Now, the only minor adjustments I would make to the portraits is to the unmasked portrait displayed here. Now, the skin tone is not as dark as some collectors have said, at least not in my opinion. Nevertheless, the skin tone could be just a tad bit lighter. My favorite portrait, which I've alluded to already, is the samurai helmet shown here. I'm a big fan of the gold glaze covering his eyes and the side guards that come across his face. Without a doubt, one of the highlights of this statue has to be his sculpted armor. Now, almost every inch of the batsuit is covered with sculpted padding and mesh that comes across amazingly realistic. To enhance this batsuit, XM Studios has incorporated some pretty cool switch-out weapons with this guy. Now, the colors that adorn the batsuit include matte black and metallic silver and copper, and it's accentuated with a gold belt. And in my opinion, this color combination gives him a very elegant and regal look as he's perched over the rooftop. Now, the bat emblem is painted matte black, and the only very small adjustment I would have liked to see made would be to add a bit of gold to the bat emblem. But other than that, the paint application is perfect, and I think the colors work really well. Now, I realize that many collectors are concerned with the weight of a sculpted cape possibly causing a statue to lean in the future. But this cape is engineered really well. It's made of polystone, but super, super light. So I don't think there's any possibility of it causing this statue to lean. Now, in regards to the base, it's the Japanese dragon that is certainly the centerpiece. The dragon is positioned on top of the roof tiles, and without a doubt is my favorite part of the base. I love how it's not symmetrically perfect. As you can see, it's designed with a chip to the left horn, which gives it a really nice weathered and realistic look. So early in the design process, I know that XM Studios was mulling over the possibility of painting the roof tiles a different color. But I'm so glad that they kept the entire base all gray. It keeps the emphasis on Batman. Now what they have done is added a bit of gold to the base, which ties into the gold on Batman really nicely. Now, the rock face at the back could have been sculpted with a tiny bit more detail. However, who really cares, because they've added this cool emblem at the back, which is such a beautiful touch. So with this being XM Studios' first DC licensed statue, I think it's obvious that they pulled out all the stops. And I think that they succeeded tremendously well, from their original design to their tons of accessories, and they even included a dossier book with this guy. And I think it's pretty cool to see collectors post photos of him with other accessories. Now, the minor little adjustments I mentioned earlier on in the video, I think are insignificant when you think of the craftsmanship of the sculpt and the near flawless paint application. This is by far one of my favorite statues of my collection. And I think it's one of XM Studios' best statues to date. Now, that's just my opinion, and you don't have to take my word for it. There's some great YouTube videos out on this guy, and I encourage you to watch them and learn other people's perspectives. Now, I do want to end this video with just one quick point. Earlier on, I mentioned that good statues tell a story, but great statues force you to ask questions. And when you glance at this statue, you're sort of left wondering, why has Batman traveled to Japan? And has his mission now been completed, or has it just begun? And how much money did Bruce Wayne spend on this new Batsuit? So I think by now I've spoken long enough, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.